different games going on around here. The one they're announcing is over in the main field.
The work he's done all day, and look out because here comes that big number 3 from Toowoomba and Leo McGrath on that big chestnut pony with the white blaze. McGrath comes out, bounces over the 30-metre line, gets a bad bounce, beautifully picked up following play though by Jason Regan, the Grafton number 1. He'll go back over the in-goal line, does so, bounces, can't pick it up and gets a hell of a bump from Toowoomba number 3, McGrath. McGrath comes away, unloads a pass out across to his number 1, Trent Minnett. Minnett will probably give it back to him in a minute or so. No, Minnett gives it to his number 2, Paul O'Leary. Now they head up towards the in-goal area, but look out, McDonald's right there with him. The pass goes across, nicely taken by Minnett. He shoves around the outside, shoots them out wide, but lets it go astray. No goal. Oh dear, he's been pushed pretty hard there by Jeff McDonald as well. It was a speculator. McDonald will get the ball, and it's still 3 goals to 2. Toowoomba with a slender lead. McDonald comes out, puts up a bounce for himself, picks it up nicely. He's going to have a turnaround in centre field and wait for his players to marshal themselves. Jason Regan's got a big job in his hands. That's time. That's time. End of Chuck
on the blue field right now. And I'll poke up to the white field and see what's happening up there.
That should be a good game on the junior game there, Bruce, on that blue field. 3 of those juniors played for South East Zone at Maxwell last weekend and played the Hunter Valley in the final of the junior competition. And there's 3 juniors out of that team that played in the South East Zone team. That should be a very good junior game there.
Well, that's the blue field, Liz. We look forward to it with great excitement. There's only 1 goal in it at the present time.
To drive each way.
Now Grafton will have a slight delay getting back on the field. Jason Regan is doubling up, and he's now going to... That'll be David Bale. I think the number 3 has come up with the pill, and Bale with the ball gets a bit of a bump from Toowoomba on his way up towards the end goal area. He's had to allow his number 1 a little bit of time to get up there in position. In Darren Beaumont. You'll know Beaumont, he hasn't got a number on his back, and if anyone's got a spare safety pin, would you please give it to him at the end of the chukker? He needs a pin or 2 to tie his number on. So Beaumont, let's see how he goes without a number. Lines up, tries to have a shot at goal, but coming in to do the defensive work was Ross Tickle. He shoots it from out wide, puts it through, and that's the equaliser. Come from other parts of the world and borrow a few ponies and have a bit of a holiday and have a bit of a game at the same time. Also see a nice country.
Like that, I just got it.
Tony DeSanto, you're required at the horse plate. Tony DeSanto, you're required at the horse plate.
Okay, back in action here, Grafton on the attack, and it looks like it might be, well, we'll pick him up in the minute. The man hasn't got a number. It's got to be the number 1. That'll be Darren Beaumont. For Grafton, look out. Oh, he flung it down into the ground. It bounced up and nearly bit him. Loose on the ground it is now. Chance for Toowoomba, picked up by McGrath. By Tickle rather, the number 3 for Toowoomba. Tickle comes out over the 30-metre line, bounces, gets a bad one. Following play was Beaumont. He can't pick it up. Anyone's ball now. As Grafton goes down to try and pick it up, they can't handle it. Loose on the ground. Oh, they're a bit scrappy out there. It must be a bit early in the knuckles. Still a bit cold, I think, out there. This time has been picked up by Jason Regan, playing in the 2nd spot. Lobs a little pass up for his number 1 again. Not taken cleanly by Grafton. Loose on the ground. Tickle has 3 goes at it. Picks it up on the 4th attempt. And straight away here comes Darren Beaumont to try and take the ball off him. Down in the back.
Terry Donnelly's the umpire on the red field.
Chucker number 3 underway here between Toowoomba and Grafton. Nothing in it. 5-4 Grafton leading. Toowoomba on the attack through the number 3 Leo McGrath. Had a pretty good game in the last stanza. McGrath on a big horse. Did a fair bit of bumping round of his opposition there, Jason Regan. It's McGrath. Puts a pass across to his number 1, Trent Minnett. And Minnett with the ball trying to get away from Jeff McDonald. Minnett still with the pill for Toowoomba, playing in the red shirt, the left-hander. Trent Minnett, he throws it up high. Oh, gee, it looks crooked from here. It is. It's gone out the left-hand side. No goal.
Yeah, that's coming up now.
Okay, well, that makes it easier. We'll run through them again. For Uruguay, Peter Slovak, Gustavo Sabino, Raul Jude, Louis Vargas, Collie Mengo, and Louis Pugh. And
I'd just like to...
Playing in black and yellow, by the looks of it. Navy and yellow. And Uruguay playing in a lovely royal blue colour.
Yeah, it's great to have Condamine back here, obviously full of them all seasons, but it's great to see them back playing. They've been competing. It's great to see them back here.
And we hope they both go well. Uruguay, give them a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. They've travelled halfway around the world to get here. And the Morgan boys and the rest of the players will love this as well. It's not very often one gets the chance to go to a carnival down the road a bit and meet someone who's travelled from not only another country but another continent. A long way over the ocean. Umpire Merv Mangan will be controlling the game. 4 8-minute chukkers. All communication will be in Spanish.
Spanish.
Righto, round 4 is in operation. Round 4 is in operation, so please, those players that are playing in round 4, we're starting here on the green field, Condamine in Uruguay. On the red field, Chinchilla 1 versus Warwick 3, Terry Donnelly. On the blue field, Glen Innes 2 versus Toowoomba 2, Tim Moffat. On the white field, Gundy 2 and QAC 2, Sonia Donovan. On the orange field, Gara 1 and Gold Coast 2, Clay Collis. And Tony Goodwin, you're umpiring with Timmy Moffat on the blue field. So that's round 4. Please, players and umpires, be ready.
Okay, well, umpire Merv Mangan sent the second sections from the field. We're about to get underway. For Uruguay, Peter Slovak, Gustavo Sabino, Raul Jude, and for Condamine, Godfrey Morgan, Laird Morgan and Kim Latham. I wish them both sides the best of luck, and hopefully it'll be another close game like we've been having so far this weekend. Time on calls the umpire. The ball goes in. It's bounced out on the Uruguayan side. First time down there to pick it up. Yes, they've got first tail of the ball. No, they haven't. Yes, they have. No, they haven't. Still rolling loose to the ground. Following through play is going to be the Uruguayan number 1 there. Peter Slovak will try and pick it up, but it's been stolen off him by Condamine. And straight away it's Condamine on the attack through the number 3 player. Laird's playing 3 by the looks of it, is he? Righto, so there's been a change. That's okay. We've got Laird Morgan back at the number 3 spot. He had the ball. Condamine's first taste of it, but the free throw is going to go to Uruguay. It'll be taken probably by their number 3 player, Raul Jude, who has the ball now. From here, says umpire Merv Mangan. Jude with the ball, throws it out. Will come through and try and pick it up himself. No, he can't do it. Will he get it on the return? Tries a near side pick up, but it's rolling loose on the ground. It's a chance for Condamine to come up with it, this time through the number 2 player, Kim Latham. Latham looks to link up with Morgan. Morgan gets the ball and puts it through. And Condamine...
Team again this year.
This is a ladies group.
Thank you, Bruce McGuigan. We're back to the action on the main field here.
Against Gold Coast.
On the green field, the 2 teams, they line up well. 2 lots of red shirts. I'll do my best. I'm not saying I'm going to get it right every time, but there we are. That's Toowoomba and Maxville. As we look at them there, that's Maxville on the left-hand side, Jenny Dolly, Nikki Strafe, and Tina Grimond. And on the right-hand side of the lineup, the Toowoomba side, Trish Gilbert, Margaret Harrison, and Odette Reid. So the ladies playing in sections here this weekend. And you should see some good competition out here, some good polo cross. First chukker of this clash between Toowoomba and Maxville. Maxville on the attack to Tina Grimond. They go on the attack up there through Jenny Dolney now. Dolney's got the pill in possession in the area. In the Maxville goal-scoring area, Jenny Dolney over the top for a goal for Maxville. They get it going.
Jim Walker will play in the number 3 spot.
Brisbane and Warwick team, which are just getting their instructions ready to play again.
Hit me all you like.
The ball goes in to restart to start this first chukker between Brisbane and Warwick. The ball is on the ground. It's going to be a Brisbane ball picked up by, I think it's their number 2 player has come up with it for Brisbane. No, it's their number 3 in... Now the free throw for Warwick's going to be taken by the number 3, Dean Porter. He takes it now, runs straight into trouble. And in the form of the Brisbane number 1 player there, Richard Young, who's pushed him out into...
Gardner here and Fryback.
Fred Neal takes the ball nicely out of the front of the lineup for Warwick. Here's a chance for them. They've been down in their in-goal area only once so far this game. Fred Neal goes down, bounces, can't handle the bounce. The ponies run sideways, gone halfway to Rugby. He comes back in now, picks it up on the second attempt, and here's an opportunity for Warwick. Trailing by, oh dear, there's some good work coming in from Shane Gerke, the number 3 for Brisbane. Belted the ball out of Fred Neal's racket and picked it up. Scorched away with it up over the 30-metre line. And Gerke sets sail, calls for his number 1 to get mobile. He does so. There's plenty of pace on. The pass would want to be good. It is. And Young lets it go high. It's through the goalpost. Leo McGrath, the umpire, puts his racket in the air. It's now 7 goals to 0. And Brisbane running away with the game so far against Warwick number 4. Warwick have been down in their in-goal area twice and haven't been able to score, and that's time. That's time, Mr. McGrath. So at the end of the first chukker, we've got Brisbane leading Warwick number 4 by 7 goals to 0.
McGrath got out of it. Oh, nice pass up to his number 1, Carrigan, and Carrigan is away from it and goals it.
Playing on that field over there.
They did everything but get on the horse with you, Peter McGrath, but you got out of it. Windy maintain that break. They lead by 5 now. It's 9 goals to 4 in chucker number 4 of round 7. Umpire Donovan takes them to the eastern side, out there in front of the Warwick Credit Union scoreboard. The Warwick Credit Union, one of the major sponsors here at Warwick every year. Over the ball, but he's given it just enough impetus that it's going to go out over the sideline, does it? No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. One of the players picks it up and gives it to the umpire, who will restart play with the throw in from that far sideline underneath the Warwick Credit Union scoreboard. Trisley with the ball, the umpire puts it in low and hard, taken out the back this time by Ned Trigg, the number 3. Hasn't had a bad game either as Ned Trigg. Now he'll line up with his number 1. He lobs a high one up in the air. Good work. Nicely ridden on too by Matt Shepherd. He decides to drive in from way out wide and puts it through. Goal all out of it as Sturgis comes out over the 30-metre line and ducks under a big one from Shepherd. Now lets the little grey pony go. By God, he's got a little bit of pace, this horse, when he gets mobile. He's looking to link up with his number 1. Throws a pass just as the number 1 wasn't looking. He couldn't pull it in. And so that's a goal gone begging for Chinchilla. John Chiavelli would have liked to have had that one in his racket. It came through fairly fast from Sturgis too. He's a gutsy little pony, this little grey that Chinchilla number 3 is playing on. And this is not a bad horse that Ned Trigg's having a gallop on out there either. The juniors start to mix it out there at the moment. The ball is loose up in the centre field area, down towards the Chinchilla end of the field. It's Matt Shepherd, though, has picked it up. He's out there on his own. Look out, here comes 1 or 2 of the Chinchilla players. They try and hit his racket, can't pull it in, but Sturgis following play will get there first. No, he doesn't. Shepherd pulls it in on the big pony, lines up and lets it go through. And that'll be goal number 2 to Warwick. That'll be a Chinchilla ball, and it's going to be taken by Cameron Sturgis.
Right. Righto, the white field's vacant up there, and we're looking for Gold Coast 2 and Chinchilla 1. Scott Welsh. Scott, if you're there.
Okay, so free throw going to be taken by Chinchillas through the number 1, Cameron Sturgis, with the ball over the 30-metre line and riding him all the way into the area there was one of the Warwick players, and here comes Warwick Fraser now at the gallop to try and pick him off over in that far corner. Now the Warwick number 2 has dropped back into the number 3 spot.
On the red field, it's Gyra 1, Glen Innes 1, Gavin Deneen. On the orange field, it's Condamine 1, Gundy Windy 2, Marty Brannigan. And on the white field, it's Kalani 1 and Toowoomba 2, Scott Standfast. That's round 9. We're into the 3rd chukker here in round 9 on the green field, players.
Toowoomba 1 and Warwick 3 are up here on...
These cross nets that these people use started at $125 a piece.
Now they're about to get underway with the final chukker of this match, shall we? No, we're not. Well, we did. We've got time off for a minute or 2. It's got a bit of chukker, isn't it? Yes, it is. We're just about to start the last chukker of what has been an absolutely sensational game of junior polocross. 5 goals to 4, Chinchilla leading Warwick, and it's been absolutely flat out all the way through this match. Some very, very good play to watch.
Righto, round 9. The next game in this field is a ladies' game. Maxwell Kalani, Chinchilla Warwick.
Okay, we restart play with a throw by the Warwick number 1 player. That'll be Justin DeSanto comes up with the ball. It's been loose on the ground now. It'll be Chinchilla down to pick it up through the number 3 player, Simon Jones. He's had it taken off him. Still loose on the ground. Oh, they're a bit nervous, I reckon. There's one goal in it. It's the last chucker. Nicely picked up by Chinchilla's number 1 in Cameron Sturgis. With the ball now, Sturgis trying to get away from a bit of defence out there in the form of Matt O'Leary. Warwick Fraser will be hanging around somewhere. No, he's up in the in-goal area now waiting for Cameron Sturgis to get up there and try and do the goal. Throwing some good work right on the line by O'Leary. At it now, he lets one go from out wide and through it went. It was a bit of a speculator, but it went through. And this afternoon,
Sonia, the next to the last horse.
I wonder what the Brisbane Broncos will do this weekend. You wouldn't know. Who are they playing? Who are the Broncos playing this weekend?
Sponsors, Wells and Guard, the Warwick Veterinary Clinic. The service and reliability of these fellows is unsurpassed. They've been here, they come here for 2 days, here this morning from the first throw. Thank you very much for your service and your sponsorship to this Warwick Carnival. Any veterinary requirements or anything on the vet side, there's no better place to go than the
first time. He said, we'll have it again. That was the call. We'll have another line-up. Umpire's got the line right out in front of our broadcast box here. Sally Knott and Rachel Palmer at the front of the line-up.
Warwick are leading by 20 goals to 2 against Grafton over here on the red field. 20 goals to 2. Warwick leading Grafton.
There's the start. Out the back is Gay Tui looking for the Pills horse. Left the ball on the ground. Hey, about 4 or 5 with a man to crack at it. Gay Tui gets another go. Gay Tui on the grey. She's quickly forward. Down there. Gave it a Sally Knott. That'll be a goal. Warwick quickly on the attack to get a goal. Open it. Open the score.
Barbecue tonight and rock and roll your ways at the disco.
Oh, we'll be hopping and popping here, Bruce. There's no doubt about that. In the big shed here, there'll be plenty of good music, plenty of good food. We might even have a drink or two. That's where we'll be. This is Sonia Moffat, carries it forward for Warwick again. They've got another possession. Warwick through Sally Knott, they'll goal. They lead 2-0. Chinchilla to get a touch of the ball. Chinchilla need possession. You can't play the game without the ball. So Warwick with 2 possessions, they've turned it into 2 goals. They come back to centre field. Umpire gives them ball. This time the three's turned for it. Gay Tui dug down. Down goes the Warwick number 2. She came up without it. Sharon O'Brien doesn't miss it for the Pinks. Sharon O'Brien had a pretty good game this morning in a losing section. Now she's forward, Sharon O'Brien. Rachel Bowman got her hands full with Gay Tui. Horse feels the pressure too there. Gay Tui, I tell you what, on that grey horse, she's pretty tough to get around. Rachel Bowman. Ball in racket. Gay Tui locks on the shoulder. Rachel Bowman tries to get the chestnut horse going. Look at this big grey horse lock on. This is Rachel Bowman working for goal number 1 for Chinchilla. Look at Gay Tui locked on there. No room to move for Rachel Bowman. Now she lays a bit of wood on her. Bowman under pressure. She needs a goal. Now she's got a bit of an opening. She fires it out. It's good enough. It'll do. 2 plays 1.
Right into the sun.